Can you hear me right now? Are you on it right now? Okay. I'm live right now. Hi everybody, and my name's Andy. I've got a lot of good shit coming tonight. It's gonna be a 30-minute session as opposed to an hour and 20. I've got somebody on the line right now. Somebody else. Caller one here with us on the line. No, I've got somebody on the line right now telling me if my audio is working because the setup I have at the moment is literally scaring the living shit out of me. I've got candles, I've got lights, I've got cords, I have a mic, I've got amps. Long story short, welcome to sex education, trans style, if you will. Yeah, so here we are, and I have a few questions. Mallory, can you hear this? How's the mic? She's gone.
No, it sounds good.
Sounds good. Okay. Check, check, check. Is that good? Yeah? Loud enough?
Yes.
Loud and clear? Alrighty.
Yes.
Alright, girl. I'm gonna hang up with you and put
Alright.
some music on, actually. Hold on. Alright. Bye. Oh, it's already playing. I had a request to start off with a little bit of Michelle Branch, and I am not mad about that. I actually am going to start that over. I'm just going to turn it down a tad. You probably won't even be able to hear it. But, okay. Welcome to my bathtub. Oh my god. Alright, well, I got it. Oh, that's a little low there. I tried putting bubbles in here so it wouldn't be as, like, exposed, if you will. I can't turn that music on. It's distracting me because I just want to sing along because she's a great artist and she's coming to Nashville. Woo! Oh, and I don't know if I can go or not, but she's playing at Brooklyn Bowl. Now I'm Michelle Branch's personal promoter. Anyway, so I've got a list of questions. Oh, let's just start off by designating exactly what we have going on here today. There we go. There it is. All right. Woo! Okay, so welcome to Sex Ed. Is this backwards for you guys right now? Trans sex ed. Because I was gonna, trans sex ed. I am Andy. That's my name. And I am female to male. This handwriting is really doing me right. So now that whoopsie. This is my first time doing a live stream in my bathtub, and it's a little bit more complex than I expected. But here we are with our hazardous cords and fire surrounding me. I wish this would just stay right here because that's a good. I'll just hold it, whatever. Anyway, so my first couple questions here. One of them is very very important. Michelle needs to chill. So one of them is super important. I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna go in hard, and I'm gonna finish hard because that's what I do. Sex ed. All right, no. But honestly, I'm gonna go in strong. Okay, we're just gonna hit it. So my first topic is because the question has been asked multiple times, and this question is, do trans guys get pregnant? Can trans guys get pregnant? And I'm gonna this was like a this could be a very easy, fast answer, or this could be a let's get down and dirty with it. Yes, the answer is yes. Okay, the answer is absolutely fucking yes. So oh, of course. Actually, hold on. I gotta make sure that's setting on because I'm gonna lose my shit if it's not. Ding ding ding. Real quick. Get on those settings. Because last time it didn't save and I wasn't okay with that. Store it. Okay, boom. Awesome. We're good to go. So I'm only gonna hold this for this is supposed to be relaxing for me, so I'm only gonna hold this for 2 more minutes and then I'm gonna set it down. So anyway, so can trans guys get pregnant? The answer is yes. There's still, unless you, well, okay, unless you do not have a uterus anymore, then obviously you can't. I don't know a ton about that type of no. Okay. I don't know. Like there's fallopian tubes. I know that too. And if you get those removed, I think that you're good on pregnancy as far as you won't get pregnant as well. I'm honestly I'm gonna admit I'm a little bit ignorant right now, or ignorant sounding. And no shame in that as long as I admit it. But yeah. So let's see. Yeah, because okay, putting this down. Like I said, we're done with that. Watch out for the candles, watch out for the cords. There it is. And good. So I'm hitting that right now because there is a little thing called Roe v. Wade that was just turned over, like we know. And if you're in America, that's what's going on here. So there's been like a lot of people will talk about how it's really tough being a female right now. It's really, which like if fucking like yeah, like women, trans men, the LGBTQ community is basically under attack, like normal, but like to a higher extent these days. So I'm not like, all right. Do I want to go deep with this right now? Basically, it's fucked up. And nobody should have any sort of say. This is a repetitive conversation that I know like a lot of people feel the same way as I do. And if you don't feel the same way, you can comment or whatever, and like that's straight. Like I'll take I'll take it on. Yeah, let me go ahead and just pull that up just in case. So anyways, yeah, it's really fucked up, and nobody should have any sort of say over anyone's body, even guys' bodies. Who cares? Like if that's like if you want to fight on that, like you know. Okay, so but yes, we can get pregnant. So yes, we are involved in this entire fucked up thing going on, and it's honestly, so I have not changed my sex on my license yet, and there's a reason for that. I originally I I don't want to get drafted into a war. I don't trust our government worth a shit. And like the fact that that was a thing at one point in time where people would just all of a sudden you have to join the army, and nothing against the army, honestly, that's something I couldn't do. I almost enlisted one time. Well, I side story, I was 18 and I didn't know what I was doing with my life, and I saw a commercial. The army commercials really tend to grab you, and I was like, wow, I could do that. Like I was like lost and whatever. And so then I went on my parents' desktop, ddingarmy.com, and got filled out some information, my name and my address. Cool, forgot about it, changed my mind the next day, thought they'd maybe send me a pamphlet. Turns out they sent me a sergeant in the flesh. And I didn't tell my mom about it. So basically my mom calls me and is like, why is there a sergeant at our door? And so it took him a while to start leaving because he kept showing up. And at the time I was a female and they wanted more. He said they wanted more girls in the army, so he was like all for it. Anyways, thank you for everyone's service. I kind of think, no, I'm not gonna say that. Okay. Anyways, so where are we getting at? Oh yeah, so I'm honestly I'm personally a little bit scared about the fact that I have not changed my sex on my license. I feel like that needs to be something that happens like ASAP, because of like rights are being under fire like crazy right now, and I know that the LGBTQ plus community is going to be next. Next, as in like the main focus. We're always a focus at some degree, because we're so bad. No, like it's so fucked up. I hate it. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, so on to my next question. Question number 2, and this thank you to the source. I really appreciate your hard dedication. Oh, speaking of that, why are people? No, that's not right. I shouldn't be angry about that. people are, let's just be real, people are scared to ask questions about, I put out on my Instagram, hey, I'm going live, if you have any questions, I'm going to be talking about trans sex basically. And so if you have any questions and you want any sort of education, clarification, whatever, don't be fucking pervy about it, which like thank you for, I didn't get any like pervy messages. But like just ask me, it's fine. And so I got maybe one or two, and I'm honestly I'm kind of disappointed because I'm like, come on, I know you motherfuckers don't know a lot about it. And what do you like? There's resources you can go to, like thetrevorproject.com. A little shout out to them. It's an amazing website. But honestly, even as a trans guy, there are things that I'm trying to learn about it. And when I go on certain websites, I'm not getting the answers that I want. Like not the answers that I want, but I'm not getting a clear answer that makes the most sense. Like to where I'm not understanding 100%. To me, it would feel a lot better to be able to, hi, what's your name? Let me talk to you because you're like a human being, and I just want to know what is happening. What popped up? And I just want to know what's going on. So um, yeah. So you can talk to me because I'm a freaking open book these days. That's 100% true. I'm in my bathtub and I'm talking about sex. So here we go. So come through next time, y'all. Like this is gonna be a once a week thing. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. Monday night bathtub session with me at 8:30. That feels right. Kind of just impromptu at this point, but that is that's what we're doing. Okay, so question number 2. So I want to go out of order this a little bit. Okay. All right. So yeah. Okay. So question number 2. I'm skipping one and going back to it in a second. Question number 2 says, "How do you label your anatomy?" Like this is honestly something I've wondered because, while I know you're comfortable. Wait, hold on. This was a personal. Oh shit. Okay. This. How do we label our anatomy? Okay, I can't speak for every single trans guy out there. I know. I mean, this. Okay, this is just. This isn't a rate. This is not a rated G chat, right? So basically, a lot of like trans guys will refer to. So okay, when transitioning, I might need my whiteboard for this. When transitioning, your clit grows like 600%. I don't really know the percentage. I remember learning it in my little PDF book that I read before transitioning. And yeah, so with that, the anatomy looks a lot different. Not like a ton, but I mean, pretty much like different, more it's just different. And so, God, for me, I am very versatile with my sex life. I am, it's getting really hot in here. I am top and bottom, just to put it out there. But anyways, so with that, like I do get asked here and there stuff about what do you want me to call that? What do you want me to call that? Because honestly, like it is. How open do I want to be right now? Okay, I guess we're just gonna go for it. I'm already in the bathtub. I don't know. So basically with me, I've had it called a dick before. I've had it called a clip before. I honestly don't really care. I am someone where I'm never gonna get surgery down below. I'm a very comfortable person with what I have going on in there, and um, I'm lucky. Like I don't know. I don't want to say I'm lucky to feel that way because other people are lucky to feel every way that they want to feel. Basically, I won't be doing any sort of surgery down there. So things are referred to me like I don't know. Like if you call it a dick, that's fine. Like I've had people say I want to suck your dick, and I'm like, I don't really. I'm like, I don't have that exactly, right? Like, I don't know. There's to me there should be a comfortable little gray area as long as it's respectable and respected. I really do feel like there should be some sort of like comfortable area where I won't get offended. You won't feel like you're scared of offending. Um, but everyone calls it something different. Honestly, like I know a few trans guys that like they call it their dick, and that's totally great, and like that's what they want it to be called. And then I know like I mean I'm like I don't know. There's like you can even there's like categories of like porn on all that shit. Like there's like different. I've done research. Okay, like it's all research. God dang, I'm digging a hole. All right, so anyways, for me personally, I'm cool with whatever. I'm also very like if I get upset about something, you'll know about it. I'm a very open book. I'm very versatile, flexible kind of person when it comes to understanding different perspectives. And so, with that being said, I really do. It is something that you want to ask the person that you are interacting with, and so yeah, it's gotta be a person to person thing. I've said this about a few other things as well, and like any sort of question. Like here's the thing, like I cannot be the spokesperson for all trans guys. I'm sorry. I would love I would love to be. No, but like I can't. Like that's not a realistic thing. Everyone's different. Everyone's personality is different. Everyone's preferences are different. Like it's very much like there's not just one way. Same probably with trans people in general. Honestly, same with just people in general. Everyone has their own preferences, and I feel like if you really just want to be respectful, there's respectful ways to ask that. Like if you're in bed with somebody and you feel like you want to be verbal about or like be verbal about what you're doing, like yeah, baby, let me do this or that, like, and if that's something that you're wanting to do, then sometimes people don't like getting asked like in the middle of the mood. You know what I mean? Like I personally like I don't really like getting asked during. Maybe preface that before or something. I don't know, but I like that's my preference, and that's what it is. So, anyways, so it all just depends on the person. All in all, what do you like your anatomy to be called or referenced as? It depends on the person, like straight up. So okay, next question. Oh wow. Okay. 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 This is like in quotes? Aren't trans men just lesbians? No. This is a common question. I mean, I have never been well, that's not true. I've been asked this maybe once, and the answer like straight up is no. But that's the thing, like, but I'll be honest for a minute. Like when I started transitioning, and like I was in a group of friends where there were lesbian girls talking about their sex life, they wouldn't really include me in it. Like they knew I think they knew that I wasn't gonna do any sort of surgery down there, but like they wouldn't really include like what I don't know. I felt like an outsider. I felt like, but here's the other thing: is like maybe they were trying. I honestly, they're my friends, so like they probably were just trying to like make me feel more like a guy. The fact that I can't have these conversations about like lesbian sex when that's like the sex I've had up until 28. But I know that they didn't mean anything like mean about it. But at the same time, it was like very much like, oh wait, I'm not like in your guys' group anymore. But like I want like, but I understood and could relate to most everything that they were talking about. So it just like it gets interesting, because there is like obvious similarities there, but trans guys are guys, lesbians are women, non-binary is non-binary. Honestly, like it would just be really fucking nice if like we didn't have to put everything in a little box, but at the same time, we've earned I've earned this box, that's for sure. But or fought for it at least, like to an extent. I mean, fought myself really, let's be real. But yeah, let's see. On the other hand, I also think that some people think if you transition, Oh, right. Okay, so if you transition and still date men, oh, what? Why oh, then they say like, why didn't you just stay a female? Like, that's like, I mean, that's real. Like, honestly, yes, this is a huge part uh, of why, like, understanding the truth about being trans and someone's sexuality in general. It's it's a confusing topic, really. Because I'm bisexual and I've never like I dated guys in high school when I was like a bisexual girl, and um, I didn't ever. I think as a female, I think I literally only had sex like once or twice. That's pretty wild because, and I'll tell you why. Because I didn't feel comfortable having sex with a guy as a girl, and that was kind of like an interesting time for me. I feel like it would always be going and get like you like getting into it, and then you're about to do that, and I'm like, I'm out. Bye. Also, like getting pregnant is like the biggest fear of my life, which is probably relatable, especially right now, um, for a lot of people. But yeah, let's see. It's like I know trans guys that are dating that date only guys, and so they're considered gay. Like, I mean, if we have to, like, and I think like if they're proud to, if they want to be considered, like that's like category, like categorizing shit is very frustrating, obviously. But like, and I, if like say if I had a boyfriend right now, like I mean I'm bisexual, so I'd still be bisexual. Okay, so but this is like the thing that gets a little tricky is that like when I date a girl, like, are they gay or are they not? Like, from the waist down, they are, that's for sure. Um, but it is one of those things where do they need to come out to their parents or like, like it's very, that's such a weird thing because it's like, yeah, no, but this is a guy, but like, hey, mom and dad, you won't be having grandkids like organically. Which also there's like science and like I don't know all that shit. I know like two lesbian girls that had this was so interesting. They had the same sperm donor. Somehow it's split. No, how are twins made? So somehow they had two twins, and one of them looked like one of the moms, and one of them looked like the other mom. And it was like, how the fuck did that happen? How like you guys won the lottery or something? That's crazy because they're like the two moms looked very, very different. One of them had like darker skin, dark hair. One of them had blonde hair and lighter skin. So it was like really cool. Like holy shit, petri dish, you really came through. It was honestly, it was great, very very cool. I don't even remember their names. I don't know, but anyway, so where was it going with that? Oh God. Oh, okay. So if so, say I'm dating a girl, like, do they need to come out to their parents? Like, I had one person I was kind of casual with, and they were telling me that their parents like they're just gonna tell their parents that I'm a guy. Like even though we were just friends, like whatever. And I was like, oh, I mean, that's I could take it as a compliment to an extent. At the same time, I wasn't born with white boy rights, so like, um, and it's and I also one time, so I can't not tell a story. I'm so sorry, but one time I was dating this girl when I was still a lesbian, and she wanted me to bind. I had a small cup size anyways, but she wanted me to bind, so her mom didn't know, or so her mom thought I was a guy. But her mom said, she said Andy wears too much jewelry to be a guy. I had like rings and shit, but I'm also like, ew, like what? First off, I had to bind, and I didn't want to. I wasn't ready for all that. That was too soon for me. I didn't know what was happening yet, and I didn't even like. I was just like, this doesn't feel right. This feels weird. Like I don't really know. Like I don't like changing myself for somebody's parent. Um, yeah. So would they need to come out? I mean, out of respect, that would feel like good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, because like I've lived most of my life as a gay female, okay, and so like most of the people that I've dated, I kind of just went for and saw if it worked, and if I got denied, I got denied. That includes them possibly being straight. Oh God, that candle's doing something weird. Um, I gotta I gotta blow that out. Oh God. Oh, but that's it. That was a good one too. Italian Kush by Boy Smells. Thank you so much. Um, okay, no, but it would make me feel good if they did. If there were certain specific reasons as to why they couldn't, like I'm an understanding guy, but not everyone's gonna be understanding. Um, but it's, I mean, we're in the freaking community. We're in the all right now. I'm getting. We're in the freaking community. Like we're not. Like if I date a girl, we are not a straight couple. Like I'm sorry, but we're not. Like I still have to deal with my rights being maybe taken away. I still have to deal with changing my sex on my license because I've been too afraid to because of the draft that is in my head that's gonna happen, and too, and also like that's I have to pay to change my sex. How annoying is that? Like not only medically, luckily for me, I have decent insurance that I pay out the ass for. Literally, I pay almost $500 for my insurance. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not like no shame in sharing what I fucking have to pay because a lot of it has to do with being trans. And I don't know if anyone is trans and doesn't have to pay that much, please tell me what's going on. Also, I was ambushed by the vaccine, which I'm not anti-vax, but I was ambushed by the goddamn vaccine, and I think it had something to do with my testosterone levels combining with the vaccine and caused me to get myocarditis for my heart. So I have like some like little red flags in my medical shit that makes my insurance go out the roof. So, woo, God, I'm mad about that. Oh, Jesus. So, what was the question? Oh, right. So I don't have straight white boy rights. Like, fuck off if you think that. Like, I will work as an infiltrator in the belly of the fucking beast of white men, absolutely. And I'm gonna try and change their minds and maybe be a little secret. I don't honestly like I don't like. There's some guys that I don't want to like. I don't want them to know that I'm trans because I want to change their mind first, and then be like, oh by the way, be like, I mean, like honestly, I feel like that's necessary. It's something I'm like we have to do, or I feel called to do. It's a call of action, really, and like, but as far as coming out to your friends or coming out to your family, if I'm like if me I can only speak for myself. You know, some people speak different or feel different, um, and only want to be referred to as a guy, and then like maybe have like the parents down the line wonder why the hell you're not having kids like organically. Um, I don't like using that term like organic, like we can't achieve organicness. Like I was in a relationship at one point in time where I really wanted to uh, I felt like I just felt jealous at the fact that I oh, what's up, Jacob? I just felt jealous at the fact that I couldn't make a kid with them, and but I'm happy that I can't. I say this kind of I'm just I probably have some kids out there. I don't know. I wasn't the most responsible teenager slash young 20s. So who the hell would like? That's everything happens for a reason. Okay, we're just gonna sit on that. So basically, no. So basically, I would yes. I would. The answer to that to me would be yes. If we're dating, and you have friends and or parents, excuse me, then yeah, fucking tell them. Like tell them what I am, like, and that's where it comes down to. Okay, now you have to decide what your sexuality is. No, you don't have to. Okay, I take that back. I'm sorry. You don't have to decide anything really. If you're comfortable with yourself, feel it out, feel good about yourself, then whatever. You know what I mean? Like there's no pressure for anyone to decide anything. But if you're going to um, question that, I I don't know what you would be considered. Because you're not, I mean, you wouldn't be considered a lesbian because I'm not a girl, but like, that's where it's like, okay, there's this weird, maybe gray area of just being like queer. But to me, back in the day, the word queer was like not a good term. Like, it was like, oh, you're fucking queer. And it's like, fuck you, man. It's like saying, like, oh, that's so gay. Like, it was very much in the same category. And now we're trying to take back the power to the word, which I appreciate that, and I think that's a real deal thing. I, for one, I'm not been as comfortable with that terminology in my life. I think it's just I just don't use it much. But um, yeah, so gender queer, I guess would be your I don't know, or not gender queer because it's not gender. Fuck, that's confusing. If anyone knows, like, just say something. I know there's like 5 people watching right now. Just say it, or get on Google and get it back at me because I don't really know what the hell. Oh, 6 people. Hey, I don't really know what that would be considered, honestly. And but, hmm, you would be in the LGBTQ plus community now, like, or adjacent. No, you would be like, okay, I'm not having a physical change down there. So whoever, if I'm dating a girl and they're doing stuff to me down there, like, sorry girl, but you're kind of gay in a sense. Like, if you like it, then I'm not gonna lie. I'm. What time you? Yeah, I'm chilling in the bathtub. This is where we're at right now, baby. Uh, Welcome, and I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing here. Honestly, this is the biggest hazard in my bathroom at the moment. I've got fire, candles, and I have a lot of electronics going on. There's not a cable for this for my laptop right now because I didn't have one. So I'm talking through an amp, and then there's a light in the corner. And if I die, I'm going live. Here we are. So, honestly, before I got in this bathtub, I was like, okay, I feel like I need to sign some sort of waiver to myself. It's oh, thank you. You're very sweet. That's very sweet. I really appreciate that. Blue Phoenix. How do you? I'm sorry. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't. I can't see the last. That's not true. I can see the last 4 letters. I just don't know what to pronounce that as. All right, but no. So yeah, this is a scary scenario in here, and my water's getting a little cold, and I'm going a little overtime. But I'm just on a fucking roll, and I don't care. Um, but that might hurt me later. Who knows? Okay, so let's go. Let's move on. I think we've got okay, we've got like one more question. Unless anybody else has a question, please pop on here and please ask me whatever the hell you want. Like I said, like, just if you're gonna be a dick, like, take it somewhere else, which I don't think any of you guys are. I think it's fine. But anyways, so let's see. Last question. It's kind of tying into the other one, but it's like the does dating a trans person make you gay? But this is one of those things where it's like, okay, so say you decide, yeah, yeah, I do like going down on you. What's that mean for me? So that to me, it is like one of those things like, okay, so if you decide that, then it's like, okay, I decided what is going on now, and I decided I'm good with telling my friends this, and I'm good with telling my parents this and everything. But guess what? Guess what? You've got to ask. You've got to ask the person that you're with or doing shit with. Honestly, well, yes and no. Because, no, you do because that's outing them if they didn't want to be outed. But if so, I'm very open. I'm very open about being trans and whatever. Like, if you go to my Instagram, that's Indie Sylvester Entertainment plug. But if you go to if you go to my Instagram, you can see, hello. It's very open. So for me, cool. Yes, tell your friends. I don't care. But for some other people, but you know what? In the earlier stages of being trans, no, I wouldn't have wanted you to tell. No, like, not at all. Like, I think within those first 2 years, I was very much not okay with. I think it also has to do with like a self acceptance thing because I very much was like not okay with someone being like, oh yeah, this is my boyfriend, he's trans, like, and it was like part of my introduction for a minute there, and I was like, oh, like, or this is my friend, he's trans, or this is the person I'm looking up with, he's trans, or like whatever. It just like, it kind of took a little bit of power away, is what it felt like, to be honest, and really kind of made me feel like, well, now I don't get to say anything like that. Or now they're going to be looking at my crotch to see if I have a dick. Or maybe they're going to be looking at my forearm slash my leg if they can see my thigh, which every so often you'll find me in a jean short. But if you see, like, so the way, okay, let me just explain this real quick. The way that bottom surgery works for trans guys, from what I know, if I'm ignorant, if I'm stupid, call me. I know I'm not stupid, but if I'm ignorant, if I have lacked the research, but okay, so let me back it up. So basically, what they do, I don't know 100% what they do, but I do know that they cut into your skin. They skin graft the shit, and so it's like, I actually had somebody like wonder if because I have this, and I was like, oh my god, I never even fucking thought about that, which I'm kind of happy about. Which I don't have any surgery down there. I could show you right now, but there's a tipping link down there. No, but there is though. But whatever. Oh, Pan or Demi? I just read that. Shit. Okay, I'll touch base on that for sure. But so they skin graft from usually your forearm and create the magical. They do their magic, and they do that, yes. And so basically, all of the insecurity, and that was back then when I felt those ways was before getting top surgery too. So the having I binded for a year, and that was nothing. Guys wear binders for like 5 years or plus like a long ass time. I only had to deal with it for 1 year, and I feel, sorry, my posture is like, oh god, my back. I feel I'm gonna suit this out. Like, this is about to become a very like luxury setup, instead of being terrifying. No, but so this was pre surgery. I had I was wearing a binder. So with that, a binder, if you don't know what a binder is like super super like thick, weird, stretchy but like not stretchy material that basically just goes like all. I'm like, the tightness. I don't know how else to describe the tightness without these sound effects and like flexing and frustration. No, but it was literally like going up and down the stairs, like, whew. And I know, like, and then you can overbind. God forbid. Then you can literally be wearing it too much. If you wear it when you work out, if you wear it when you're like, if some people wear it when they sleep, like, it's a whole thing. Like, if you wear it when you sleep, like, if you wear it for more than like 8 hours a day, but like, the average American work day is at least 8 hours. I think 6 to 10. Let's just say part time, full time. The factors are there. Whatever. So with that being said, so say I'm introduced. Oh yeah, this is my boyfriend. He's trans. Then I'm like, oh, bitch. And this is why we broke up. I'm just kidding. This isn't an actual scenario. Oh. Okay. Let me read this real quick. Hi there. As a cis male, I respectfully think you look amazing. Thank you. Oh, that's very sweet. I never had any idea. Oh, that's awesome. Grateful that people can transition so fully these days. I think you being you is. Oh my god. Now I'm just gonna be in the bathtub crying. That's so fucking sweet, man. Excuse my language. I don't even know if that's gotta be allowed on here. Twitch is like lawless. No, that's honestly, thank you so much. That's really really sweet. What's that say? Why can't I read? How's it? Okay. Yes. Thank you. That's really awesome. That makes me feel great and made my day. That was very sweet. And I'm like, where was I? My heart's melting. It shouldn't be because this water is not warm anymore. But yeah. So basically, I'm just gonna say the I'm just let's see. I'm gonna just make a small list of little insecurities that were very real for me in the first stages, which is where like once somebody knows you're trans, you just feel like literally like you're a piece of glass that just got hit with a hammer and you shattered, and your whole body and your whole self just like your self esteem just goes to negative 300, and which is scientifically the lowest it can go, and it's so one I love wearing like wife beaters, tank tops, shirts that are low cut. I'm all for that. But guess what? When you have a binder, is that cute? Like, in my own opinion, against myself, that wasn't cute for me. And I love seeing. There's a whole new generation right now that's like trying to normalizing wearing binders and being open about it because it shouldn't be something you're ashamed of because it's part of the transitional period. I feel like to for based off of majority. You don't have to wear a binder if you're trans. Like that's not a thing. But if you really like it does help with like how clothes will fit and stuff and like it is helpful. But for me, I was 28 years old when I started wearing one and I was like not for it and like I hadn't worn even sports bras for like at least like maybe 7 years prior. So like for me to wear this tight constricting thing, I was like, fuck this. And then add a little steroid to that called testosterone, and then you're raging. You're raging and you're uncomfortable and it sucks. And then someone says, hey, this is Andy, he's trans. And they're like, oh, that makes sense because I saw a little something showing out from your shirt collar because I wasn't wearing any button downs or like any like tank tops or anything like that. So people were seeing like, God, that was the biggest like dumbest insecurity I've ever had. Well, I feel dumb about it because I shouldn't feel dumb about it. I really don't. I don't know, but I think back and I was like, damn, like Andy, wake the fuck up. That's temporary. Like things get better. You know, I wish I could go back and just be like, hey, you're cool. Get out of your head. That's me slapping myself in the face. So yeah. So one, the binder sticking out of the collar. Oof, that really just drove me fucking crazy. Number two, the lack of facial hair because it's like, oh shit, people know I'm 28 and I have no, like at the time I had no facial hair, obviously. I was new into transitioning. So like once people found out my age, they were like, something's off about that. You're 28 and you have like not even, you got nothing. You got nothing. And so that was frustrating, especially because like so this at this point in time I was living in North Carolina. I was living in a very small town, Salisbury, North Carolina, really small. And well, for me it was small. I grew up. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into that. But so I was doing music and I was working part time in a coffee shop, which I feel like is that's bread and butter, baby. And so, like everyone who works at, anyways. But so I was working there, and so these people, I was serving people, so I was in customer service. This was like a brief little time of not doing hair for me. I needed a break. I was jaded and whatever, and it happens. And so I was meeting people, and they're like, "Oh my God, like you look so young. How old are you?" And I'm like, 28, and they're like, "What? What?" And then they start like looking at details and you could feel it as if like I mean I'm a very like energetically sensitive person, especially if I'm vulnerable or like vulnerable in a negative way of just feeling like overexposed, like it feels like getting hit with darts. It's like I saw you look at my neckline and see the little tiny little binder showing from my collar, which like maybe they didn't even see that, but I see them looking at my face, and then I see them, or like even like old guys were like, I couldn't grow facial hair at your age either, young man. And I'm just like, like just take your cappuccino and give me a tip and get out of here. And I wish that I was confident enough at the time to be like, listen, I'm trans, so that's why I don't have this, and this is why I didn't. Um, Yes, I do identify with astrology. Guessing Libra sun. Dang. Okay, you're wrong, but I am a Libra moon. I'm double Gemini, so watch out. No, I'm just kidding. Gemini rising, Libra moon. That is I. Um, but yeah. So okay, number one, the binder. Number two, no facial hair. Number three, physical anatomy. Really, I mean, um, your whole like when you go through a transition. Oh, thank you, Jacob. I'll talk to you later, man. Honestly, fucking love you to pieces, and get a great night's sleep. Thank you for coming here and signing off. No, but thank you for real, dude. Like you're a good one, and I love you. So I I'm getting cold. I'm gonna wrap this up soon. I swear to God. I just can't. Like this is when I need someone to be like, Andy, get off of there right now. 45 minutes. That's not that bad. My goal was 30. We're just a little 15 over. It's fine. So anyways, so I'm just gonna finish up my little list of insecurities from the. This has nothing to do with sex, but kind of because this goes back to the question of um, like introducing your partner if you're dating like a trans guy, because like now it's like okay now yeah like it is complex. I never had to go through. Honestly, that is one perspective that I can think of at the moment that I have not lived. I've lived as a straight girl. I've lived as a or like a feminine girl. I've lived as a bisexual feminine girl. I've lived as a feminine lesbian. I've lived as a masculine lesbian. I've lived as a trans person, and then I lived as I've been considered gay. Like guy for guy, and then and then I realized okay no I'm bisexual, like I still love women. So and then pansexual and demisexual, which Jacob, I apologize, I know you're already out of here, but if you end up checking it out later I will answer that question right the fuck now. And so pansexual, I did consider myself or and do consider myself pansexual sexual, but that is a um that that is there's a stigma to that too, because like I am like so being bisexual is me like men and women, right? From my understanding, pansexual, I mean that includes like trans people, that includes non-binaries, that includes like just a bigger category. But at the same time, if if I'm very like strict trans male, like then I mean if you're dating me and if you're uh, that I okay wait if you're dating me and if you're male if you're dating me and you're a female, wait, this is so confusing. Then I don't know if that would make you bisexual. It's like some damn, this is a tough one. So sometimes like um if you are it's honestly I think it all boils down to the individual. It really does. And that should be something that should be like an open conversation and not um, offensive. And like, I guess how I would approach that is like, okay, I have to ask you, and I'm not like if I'm being offensive at all, like please tell me and I will shut up. And basically, like if this was somebody asking me, they're like, okay, so like I like you, I like going down on you. What do you want that to be called? Because like I want to be able to reference it, or like do you like? But that it just gets frustrating because like then it gets to the question of like, do you want me to be considered bisexual or pansexual? But that's not up to me, you know. Like that's like this is why the categories get frustrating. If I was like a strictly trans person and like you were only considering yourself pansexual for me, like there could be a chance that I would be like like preference for like no I'm a guy, like you're bisexual. If you were oh wait if that was like guy for guy, getting out of hand. Thank you. Exactly. It doesn't even need to be a word. Okay. Yes, you get to figure it out as you go. I don't think I literally needed something, and I really appreciate you stepping in because I'm like, Jesus hell, this is getting out of control, and I'm getting all like twisted, and I'm not making any sense. I don't think. But yes, to quote, is that one word? To quote this beautiful human being, you get to figure it out as you go. I don't think it needs to be or needs a word really. Agreed 100%. And if people try and come at you and put you in the weird spiral that I just put myself in, don't. Don't listen to them because you don't have to. You literally can do, say, act, think however you want. We're all entitled. This is another thing I've learned in metaphysics. We're all entitled to our own free will. And thank you, I appreciate that as well. Thank you. I felt the room spinning there for a minute. And if this room spins, like I'm electrocuted and burned to death. So that's like, no. I appreciate that because So here's the deal. I think I'm gonna sign off here, but I will be back. It is gonna be a Monday night hot tub. This is the closest damn thing I'm gonna have to a hot tub. Maybe not. I'll put that on my Amazon wish list. I know how Twitch works. People get weird and just want to buy you shit. So like you never know. And that's not weird. It's kind of weird, but I'll take it. But no, honestly, I really enjoy this, and I really thank you so much for being here. I'll be here next week at 8:30. That's Central Time, I think. 8:30. What time? Right now it's 9:30 where I am, and I started at 8:30. Damn it! I went for an hour again, and I really tried to go for 30. Okay, so this is where we're gonna be Monday night, and that I'm just gonna pin that and staple that. But I may be live during the week. We will see. I'll keep you updated. Definitely subscribe, follow me if you want to keep up. I really appreciate you guys all being here, and I appreciate your little chats. I think that was very cute. You can find me on Instagram at Andy Sylvester Entertainment. That's ANDISYLVESTER, with the word entertainment. And if you wanna be friends on there, let's be friends on there. And let's see. Have anything else that I want to finish with? If there's anything that anyone wants to say before we get off of here, please do. Super fun chat. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate you and your time. For real, you guys like this was. I would say this was a success. Like I would. That's what I instead of would say this was a success, and I'm gonna keep going. And I really I'm gonna keep going, meaning like I gotta get off of here. I will keep going forever if I let myself. No, but thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. I will be back next week, Monday, 8:30. Put it on your calendar. I'm gonna put it on mine so I don't forget. DM me on Instagram if you have questions. Do it. Also, I don't know Twitch very well, but if you can message me on there, do that too, and I'll find a way to find them. You guys are great. I love you so much. I love you so much. No, I do. This was great. This was a good time. Okay. Shut up. I'm gonna stop. All right, I'm getting out of here, but I'm turning it off before I stand up. That was mentally noted before I began. All right. Goodbye and good night.